So we closed this gap and created another one from Wednesday into Thursday. Well, where are we? We're in the gap. We're opening with the gap. Overnight inventory is long, eh, long still. Opening range
It might
remains the
not be
high of the
getting
session.
sold. Yeah.
What's that, Hoop?
I was gonna say it's starting to look like the it's starting to weaken a little bit here.
Hmm. Yeah. So, and we've still got, another previous gap down here, which we entered into, and we weren't able to complete that gap. So that kind of given me a little bit of hope for the upside. We got a long way to go before we're going to take that out.
Mm.
So overnight inventory, yeah, it's still pretty long. Uh, Numbers are out. Nothing really all that important to come out. We're going to see how these markets play out. The overnight VWAP, it did take a look below it. It pretty much held for the better part of the evening. Now it's starting to crack a little bit. So I'm looking for a deeper pullback before I try and buy this. But again, gap rules, if we can't close the gap, which is, well, let's just say IB high 32.41 is the session gap close, and a settlement gap close takes us all the way down to 32.2220.
Yeah.
32.2220. This market's been kind of doubling up on a lot of those numbers. What was settlement yesterday? Again, it was 33.19. It's 33.33 the day before that. A lot of iteration in those numbers. But all right. Anyways, Hoop, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, you know, technically it did what it was supposed to. Yesterday we busted through that 3270 area, came down, tested almost close to that 3200 area, bounced off of there, and now we came up and we've retested that area up in here again, and now we're pulling back. So it's kind of decision time to me.
Mhm.
If we start to take out, and start slipping below 3250, call it the big fat round number, we start to break some of those old highs and through there, we could definitely rotate down to where do you have 3230? Um,
Uh,
you were looking, Hogue?
32 2220 is the settlement
20.
price.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, especially, you know, Nasdaq did just pass 2100 a little bit ago. So if that goes up and to the right, it might just start to bleed gold out a little bit here this morning.
Mhm.
It's
So
continuing to do that right now.
a lot of opposite correlation with the equities. If the
Oh,
equities
big
continue to
time.
roll higher, then we could see some softening here in crude oil, in gold again, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Thanks, Hoop. We're gonna just take a look at this opening range trade in crude oil right now. JD, what are you thinking?
We've got about 1 minute until the crude oil open. Justin Brown in the chat wants to know, hey guys, what's pushing the market right now? What is the news? Justin Brown, welcome to Jobs Friday. The first Friday of
Exactly.
every month is the non-farm payrolls report. Please check your economic calendar before checking in the chat. Digging a little deeper into those jobs numbers. Healthcare was the big leader. 51,000 new healthcare jobs added. Other leading sectors, transportation and warehousing, 29,000 new jobs, and financial services, 14,000 new jobs. Federal government lost a reported 9,000 jobs in the month of April. Uh, Little side note, jobs, employees that have been furloughed and are still collecting a paycheck are not counted on that unemployment report. But
Okay.
so far, year to date, 26,000 federal government jobs have been lost since January. 26,000, 9,000 last month. I expect
Should
that
take
number
a
to
Good
good
increase.
start.
Yeah, I expect that number to increase as severance packages start expiring. All right, crude oil open for business. We have our opening range. High 59.20, low 58.93. A little wide there.
Yeah, 27 ticks.
We'll enter
And
our.
right on that late spike to the upside base.
Yep.
It's just going to
We'll look our
complicate
stop
things.
to enter
Oh yeah.
58.92.
It's crude. Why would it be any different?
Yeah, right. Good point. Oh,
Yep. Just not gonna ever make it easy.
All right, we got our stops to enter working. 59.21 on the upside, 58.92 on the downside. This could be, well, I don't know, shaping up. We could be sitting here for 20 minutes waiting to get a trigger on this opening range trading crude oil. The very
yeah.
next 1 minute bar was only 8 ticks wide.
What was that? Early this week or last week when it was inside the opening range for 48 minutes.
Was that last
God.
Friday?
Oh my god.
Is that a week ago today? Is that when that happened?
I
Feels like a
think
week ago.
it was Tuesday.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm looking on the profiles now. It was a wide opening range. Took forever to get out of it. 48
Most
minutes.
most traded
Yeah,
market when
it
I
was
first
Monday.
started at Top Up.
Yeah, it
100%.
was. Yep.
2011, 2012, $4 ranges, $3.50 ranges, and
It was a mover, yeah.
yeah.
People love crude
Oh,
oil pre-pandemic. Kind of yeah, after that move below zero. Left a sour
that
taste
didn't
in some
help.
traders' mouths, yeah, for sure.
That didn't help. There goes gold. We should have taken that short, JD. You had the right
Right.
idea, man.
It was never
Yep.
invalidated. We'd still be in it,
Nope.
even
You were
through
talking about
NFP.
jumping back in it. Yep. 32.50. We're getting here quick.
We touched it.
Man, it was the trade of the week right there. We touched it, yeah. We lennied it.
But I mean, what are you going to do? There's a huge number coming
Right.
out.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I'm with you.
It's so
Yeah,
illiquid.
I'm
It could
not.
just wick
I
up
have
No.
there. And,
zero
yeah.
regrets about getting out of that trade, guys. We did the right thing.
No, but we had a chance to get back in, though. That's what you
Yeah.
said, JD. We had a chance to jump back in that, and could limit the risk.
Yeah.
We move on.
There's always another trade, right?
That's right.
100%.
No, don't say. That was, by the way,
That's
I got a
cool.
lot of Hogisms out of Jim Dalton, by the way, too, Hog. I heard
Oh,
that
really?
one a bunch. Yeah, if you're looking for a trade, you will find it.
You
Oh,
will
yeah.
find it. Let's go looking for trades.
Yeah.
He goes, you will find it. I'm like, you're
Everybody
so
on your
right.
feet. We're hunting trades.
Yep.
I love Jim.
Uh, just, I mean, you think about it at what's he, 84, 85?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just still passionate talking about um, certain things. And I think the thing that I thought was kind of funny is, he was part of a retail brokerage firm, and he said what the average account lasted 7 weeks in the
Hmm.
retail world. And I'm
I
like,
believe it.
holy cow. I'm like, and
7 weeks.
you guys know when I left Chicago and I came out here, you were quote series 3 grandfathered
Yes.
by the NFA. So I brokered
Mhm.
out here for a couple years, and had never really worked that side of the industry. And people would put 10 grand in account, and you
Ooh,
know,
hey guys, we just
you,
got triggered along in crude oil. We just
Okay.
tested the top of the
that's a-
opening range. House gone long, one crude oil, 59.22.
yeah,
Mark that down, folks. 59.22, long one.
might be
CYA.
something. Yeah.
But Hoop, yeah. Can you imagine? Everybody in the chat, you'll have no idea what we're talking about here. The barriers to entry in this industry. In order to open an account, you would need 25 years ago, probably a minimum of $25,000. Can you imagine how much time would it take you to save up $25,000 to open up a brokerage
Hmm.
account and then lose it in 7 weeks?
Yeah.
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 It was very common.
Yeah.
If you were going to trade on the floor, you had to either lease or buy a seat. I think I
Hmm.
paid as much as two grand a month for an IOM, and then you
Four
had to
grand
put
here.
50 grand. Yeah, 4 grand for the seat for the big seat,
Hmm.
right? You had to put 50 grand in T bills and put those in deposit
Yeah.
at your brokerage account, and then you had to have
Hmm.
money to trade with.
Yeah. Don't forget about that.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 The cost to do
Collateral,
business was
collateral.
way more. And when I had retail customers and I had to do the old, cold call, and you talk to people, and back then, they knew about corn and stuff like that. But I started talking about, even though years being on the exchange, you start talking about markets like coffee, and people drink coffee, and we think this is going to go on, and it's just you still had to call orders in. You didn't do it over the computer. You called
No.
an order into a desk, and somebody physically was running an. How long it used to take to get a bill back, even from a retail brokerage side. Like
Oh,
if you
especially if
made a
we're busy in the
coffee
pit.
trade, oh, it'd be 20 minutes, and people go, "Where'd I get filled?" I go, "Oh, I'll just keep calling."
You keep sending
Where
order
am I
checks to
in?
the
I'll
floor.
let you know.
Check
Yeah,
this
where am
order.
I in? Yeah, yeah,
Just
We're
assume you bought
filled.
the high and sell the
Where?
low. Yeah.
yeah. If it's in the pit, just whatever the high is, you're in. Yeah,
Yes, right.
yeah.
I just saw a comment in the chat. Hang on, where was it?
Order filled.
I think I've spent $20,000 on combines in the last year. Well, let's quantify that a little bit into real money if you were trading a brokerage account. Let's figure. All right, what's
If there are
20,000 combines?
150K accounts and you lost
Times
4,500
each.
per account,
That's 400. That's 400 trading combines with a max loss limit of $2,000. That's $800,000 in losses that you saved yourself by not opening a brokerage account.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to
It's,
everybody?
it makes sense to me.
hmm Trust me, from a guy who wrote a check or two in the day on the floor. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
you know,
I
there's
hated
nothing.
that.
D and I were talking about. There's nothing more comfortable saying, "Hey, your floor manager comes down. Hey, you need to throw a little extra money in that account. You're going to trade
Yeah.
today." You know, so
Boost the account.
There were different
it's
ways to do that as well.
yeah.
Indoor gamer. What's the win rate on the opening range trade? CLORB. Last month it was right around 52%. I'll crunch the
50-50, right?
numbers.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
crunch the numbers this weekend and get you exact numbers on what we did in April for the opening range trade.
Awesome.
We made money on the month for sure. We were up about $3,000 on opening range trades, trading one lots, crude oil and gold. 2 trades a day, consistently taking the trade every time.
Nasdaq, just
And try
everything's
and keep
going
your
higher,
hands off.
and the bonds are on their lows.
No follow through in crude so far this morning.
Mm-mm.
That's the other thing too. Remember that negative correlation? Bonds would go lower, crude would go
Yeah.
higher. That was
Yep.
you know, you could trade off that like you do the gold and the equities there for a long period of time.
It was like almost to the
And I
tick.
oh yeah, especially on big move days, new lows, bonds.
Imagine
That
World wants to
market's
know
gonna get sticky, man. That market's
what do
gonna
we
be it's gonna sticky part of this rally to me. That's the one that's gonna make it. They just the bonds still act like inflation. It's still worried about inflation. It
Yeah.
just is. Because if we
Gold
think
traded.
like that GDP number was weaker, then the bonds should be rallying because they'd be
yeah.
worried about it'd be more worried about a recession, and bonds should rally it, but they're not. So that tells me, you know, and once again, we don't know outside sources that keep selling the bonds. I think some of us think we know who that is, but
Uh,
I'm not gonna point fingers, but
no.
it's gold rally, bonds go down. That has a different country's influence on it for sure. And the equities are just cranking now. We're going 5,700 here in the
And I'm
ES.
going with overnight inventory adjusted in gold. It traded right back to weekly kickoff high.
What's an opening range trade
No
looking like
section
in
cap
equities
loads
right
yet,
now?
but we're getting there.
That's a good
Order
Hogue, that's a good
filled.
question, man. Are we getting a little long here, Hogue, on the open? I mean, Nasdaq is just pumping. New highs.
Yeah, we're
Nasdaq.
getting a little long until we run out of longs. I don't want to fight the
It's
buyers,
Friday. You're right, Hogue.
even if they're retail. There's a lot of them out
Yeah.
there. They
Yeah.
can push price as long as the adults aren't in the room.
Retail's pumping this market. That's for sure. We've
Yeah,
been
it is.
talking about it all week.
Yep.
Institutional outflows are huge in stocks. It's retail holding this market up right now. We're taking some heat in crude oil at the moment. We were in the money a couple of ticks, no follow through. We had a question in chat. What does follow through mean? It means we were we were playing the opening range breakout to the upside, and it didn't follow through to the upside. We're here for you, chat. We love you guys. What is follow through?
I haven't seen a ton of it.
So the case for shut your eyes and buy the equities.
It feels like it's one of those days you're going to just try and find a spot in, and you might get it on the open somewhere along the first 30 minutes. But I'll tell you, some of these metal markets, go pull up. I've been talking to Dean. I've been fascinated about copper a little bit. Man, those metal markets, I mean, they just get going one direction, stop, and just boom, go the other way. Gold's the same way, man. It'll get going one direction, stop, and then break $10. Look at that copper move. I mean, if you're a technical person, you'd be sitting there going, "Oh, you took out the 200. That's a 30-minute chart on copper. So, oh, you take out the 200-day. We're going. Boom. Not so fast. So metals are a very interesting market.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. S&P's traded to that naked point of control, 56.97 here prior to the open. Looking like the S&Ps are going to open with a gap to the upside, and maybe in the Nasdaq. Could be an interesting day. Can we get the zombie rally going?
I can hear him now, just all Night of the Living Dead down the street.
Never discount the late Friday rip. It's an anomaly that seems to happen every week.
Where's your stop in crude, JD?
CYA 58.87.
Oh, damn it. I said the word. Sorry.
The S word. The other S word.
Sorry, man. Damn it.
You know better than that. You know better than that.
I know. I'm way better. That's a $5 fine.
The order that shall not be named.
Shall not be named. Yeah.
This isn't strong selling in crude oil right now. Just looking at the volume.
It's rangy.
Yeah. We're about to get tagged here. I think house account is going to start the day with a little wood to chop.
Wooden buyers.
Wooden buyers.
I hate the fact that it opened right at the late spike base.
Overnight VWAP at 259.14. I think we're toast.
Trade.
Throw up the toast. We're done.
Put the toast up.
Put the toast up. We'll give the new guys a second. We got a whole new production crew in the background training.
And they don't have the toast picture fired up?
Oh, they're working on it. I guarantee they're working on the toast image right now.
I remember that day, JD, and I was laughing. I was just laughing when he's
there he is.
It's done.
Toast.
Yeah, we've all been there. It's done. We're history. We're out. Get it out.
JD, we should probably just use that for your headshot there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And we just buttered the toast. We're out, folks.
We're out.
Toast compound 350. Woof.
Crude, you piece of crap.
No love in crude oil today.
No. Just top a range.
Order filled.
The other side.
It barely gave us anything to the upside. Broke out to the upside, gave us like 6 ticks, and then just right back down to the opposite end. All right, guys, we're running out of time here for the opening call. Hoop, love you, my man. Hogue, great to see you last night. We had a blast.
Yeah, it was.
Coming up for the rest of the day, we got an all-star lineup. We've got our man Mo. I see him in the green room right now, coming in for Fast Markets. Coach Dakota and Hoop is sticking around also, or Hoop will be back at 10 o'clock Central Time.
I'll be back.
We got our guy Peter Tuckman coming in to dazzle you with his market knowledge and probably piss most of you off. Rising Star Amir B is here. Almir. Lunchbox Trading, Coach Vince, Hogue. Looking forward to that one. Then we've got special guest Jeremy Springer today. New England Patriots. I totally forgot about that. We've got an action-packed day for you guys. Tons of tradertainment. We've got the special teams coach from the New England Patriots coming on at 1 o'clock Central Time today. Make sure you're here for that. We're going to clip it. It's going to be a one-off, little one-off video. We will definitely clip that and send it out to you guys. But stick around for it live. We'll do some Q&A and everything. We'll be talking with Jeremy Springer. Not Jerry Springer. Jeremy Springer. Special teams coach for the New England Patriots. Going to be here live. TopStep TV. Then we've got
Order filled.
Back to the Futures. Meat is here. We've been looking forward to having Meat on too. Wait till you see this guy. It's impressive. Then Reversal Challenge. We're closing out the week with another Reversal Challenge, folks. We're going to step aside for our Fast Markets counterparts coming in just a minute. Hoop, any words of encouragement going into the last trading day of the week?
Yeah, just be careful of the zombie rally. We're getting a pullback now, so it's non-farm day. So just trade lightly on the open and let it simmer a little bit, I guess is what I would say.
Let it simmer. Let it marinate.
Mm-hmm.
Wait on it. Thank you, Hoop. All right, Hogue, my brother, take us away.
All right. Well, it's always about context, risk management, and patience, isn't it, guys? And don't forget, take a deep breath, stay humble, grateful, creative, and centered in your trading today. And always, every day, pray for peace. Let's have a great trading day. Let's end the week strong. Remember, Capital Preservation Friday. See you in a minute.
Why TopStep? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass TopStep's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a TopStep funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a TopStep funded trader today.
Thank God. The first shall be last and the last shall be first, James.
What do you remember from the time trials last year? Who finished first?
I did. That's what I remember.
What was by how many seconds and how?
I don't know about the seconds. I don't care about anybody else. I got number one.
Look at that. Who wants to short America when you got that flying overhead? All right, TopStep TV will report back after the time trial. I'm going to get in line.
He's going. Off he goes, trying to beat the record of 32 seconds. Will he beat the fastest time?
37.44.
It's James. in the top set buggy. 37.10 for James D.
Order
Andre,
filled.
You're up next. How you feeling?
I'm very interested to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to see what the time. Do we know what the time is right now? 30.
I think 34. 34 like 44.
All right.
JD TopStep TV here. We got Andre in the buggy. He's about to go real fast, guys. Andre, what's
33 seconds. 33 seconds.
33 seconds? Keep your fucking foot on the gas. Don't hit that brake at all.
All gas, no brakes, baby. It's full send.
Here he goes. Last lap. Let's go.
35.
Second's not bad.
Second's not bad. Got slippery over there. Wah, wah. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
All right, Danielle's gonna parallel park. You gotta straighten. Other way. No, you gotta turn it the way now. Cut it now.
I'm going to.
You gotta cut it now.
I do it my own way.
No, you're on the curb.
Oh no.
All right. You're clear now.
Oh my God. It's freezing out here. It is so cold, dude.
Order filled.
Lanes are garbage tonight. It's straight lane. Straight ball plan. Dakota, I'm going to bowl a 200 straight ball for you tonight. I promise you. Game 3 coming up.
All right, JD, we're here with your bowling league. Can you give us a brief introduction?
Well, we got a couple hammers. We got a couple sickos here. We're sponsored by the Go Tavern and Liquors. We got the ultimate hammer right here, Kate Jessup. We got Dominic here. Happy birthday to Dom. 38th birthday today. Everybody say a couple words into the camera. All right, we'll knock it off.
How many followers do you really have?
Hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. Well, we're working on 150,000.
John.
We're going to get there.
Okay, you guys
Get
know,
on
like,
YouTube
John,
tomorrow. Give
hold
us a
on.
like. Give us a
This
subscribe.
is really big news. Their bowling team is #1 in the league right now. It's kind of a big deal. It's a really big deal.
First place, baby.
JD, show me his bowling ball. He was 15-pounder.
15 pounds of glory. I call it the firecracker.
Let me see that thing. Can I touch it?
Get your fucking hands on my ball.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh.
You waiting for Kate to roll ball too? It's automatic. Don't worry. What'd I tell you? We got total pins, but we lost 2 out of 3 games. So we got 3 points out of possible 7.
You'll get him next time. We know it.
We're still in first place, as far as I know.
What's first place in Cicero?
First place is first fucking place.
Click like, click like, click like, click subscribe. This is TopStep TV.
Order filled.
be very bullish right now. Look at this. This is the weekly time frame, by the way. I believe it's
All right.
weekly. Yeah, it's weekly by time frame. This is the first time we stayed above this important level of 1.1378. Staying above this is a true breakout to the highs. And usually when euro get bullish, indices in the other way around. So we are a very interesting long-term investor might make decisions here. So be careful of this bullish bias.
Okay, we'll do. Let's take a look at some of these prices right now. We're about 3.5 minutes into this New York Open. Last trade, the Nasdaq 20,118. Just made some highs at 20,141. Take a look at the ES 5690, 5691 now trades. That weekly upside visual target. Hogue was talking about 5697 was hit. Take a look at the Dow 41,344. A little bit of buying out of the gate for now. Again, we said non-farm payroll is or was earlier. Jack, what are your thoughts on how it came out? Interest rates. I see we got Fed FOMC next week. Obviously, took a close look at this number. What are you thinking here, Jack?
Yeah, I want to break down the number a little bit later, just to get a context of where we are. I was kind of hoping that we tested how bullish this market was by having kind of a weaker number and seeing if it turned towards, well, the Fed's cutting. Because on this, the 10-year rate right now is up to, we're hanging out around 4.3 right now. So we've rallied about, 10 bips on the day.
Sure have.
Naturally, people are trimming their bets on the Fed cutting. We're down now to, yesterday was 1% to 1.25% by the end of the year. Now it is 0.75% to a whole percent. So more on that later. I also think the number was fine. It was good, but the revisions were down. So we'll talk about that later a little bit.
So you're looking at it with a healthy skepticism, Jack. And as a jaded trader, I don't blame you because we know how this thing does play out. Anyways, 5 minutes into this open, Hogue, thoughts on the opening range? Looks like it's kind of muted. We took a peek to the upside, peek to the downside. Now we're kind of stuck in the middle. What are you seeing here, Hogue?
Yeah, the opening ranges broke to the upside. The S&Ps closed the session gap to yesterday's high by 3 ticks. The Nasdaq is still inside of yesterday's range. We did get to that 5697 naked point of control, point of comfort in the S&Ps, but just kind of focusing on the S&Ps, most of the nuances are saying that there's still some continuation possible to the upside. As we were talking about in the opening call, we're not seeing a lot of longer time frame buyers up here. This is smaller time frame, weaker hands retail traders pushing this, and they can push it for a long time until they start to get a little bit too long. But in the S&Ps, we had the late spike to the upside yesterday. The entire range was above yesterday's range. We had a late spike to the downside in the S&Ps yesterday. We've opened above that, which is also suggesting that value will be overlapping to higher or outright higher today. So I'm just being careful. The Nasdaq just took out the low of the opening range. The low of the opening range was 20,072.50. So I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback here before I start looking for buys.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like everyone's looking for one move to the upside. It's Friday. It's a quiet Friday, but we'll see if we do get some buying as well. Take a look at gold, 32.63 last trade there. Tilt, nothing really jumping off right now. Take a look at some of the numbers. We have non-farm in the rear view mirror. Top of the hour, though, we do have factory orders and durable goods revised. But big on top of the hour, U.S. factory orders. Seeing a little bit of selling coming in here in the ES, 56.79. We got the Nasdaq, 20,038 last trade. See what we do if we get to those 20,000s.
Yeah, what is
upper left-hand corner of the screen, hashtag fast markets, hashtag power hour. Hit us up at TopStepTV on the X. Show some cool trader wins. Let's see some cool. I haven't seen some funded trader certificates in a minute. It's Friday. Let's celebrate a little bit. So yeah, hashtag power hour, hashtag fast markets at TopStepTV. Also, one thing real quick, pin to the top of the chat. TopStep daily levels. You heard Hogue talking about them about 2 minutes ago. That's where you go get them. We refresh and update those before every New York Open. Do you one better? I say 5 days a week. Click on that indicators tab at the top of TopStepX. Type in TopStep daily levels. Have them overlaid on your chart. Peter says hello from Sweden. Where is everyone watching from all across the globe? We got Almost 10,000 people watching us right now, Jack. Where's all 10,000 of you watching from all across the globe?
I
Shout
imagine we
out
got
to Riyadh,
the
Saudi Arabia.
robots in Estonia. Imagine we have
The robots.
5,000 humans. I think we got 5,000 humans and 5,000, unless we got called out by Joe Rogan or something. I think that somebody
10,000
is
people.
doing something again.
Click follow, click subscribe, click notify. We got Oregon in the house. We got Miami. We got Cyprus, Bakersfield, California. What up, Madagascar? I'm in Riyadh. Boomer Brian, you're not in Riyadh. Mohammed is in Riyadh. Get out of here, Boomer. You travel quick. All right, let's get into it now. Let me get back to the 20,000s. Dakota, what levels are you perhaps looking at? I've noticed this week, Dakota, very patient in the first 30 minutes. You're not even using the manual lockout or the timer. You've just been patient lately. Is this adjustment after the April, or I've just noticed a little bit of a difference in your trading style?
Really? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just this volatility. Like that's what it's been. Is this market has required more patience because of this volatility and tape bombs headlines that's been coming out. And so it's been watching the market, not too excited to be getting into positions and building positions yet, until we see more consistency.
More consistency indeed.
Looking to sell this market.
Right.
We have sellers have control already. They have a channel. They have leg one. Maybe they will start to make leg two. Looking to this level, 20,102, but the stop has to go above the 27. So I'm not taking it at 02. I will take it at 12 just to manage my risk. So I will go with 10 micros at 20,112. So I will give a room for my CYA to be above this pivot. Because why this pivot? Because above this pivot, that leg two becomes invalid now. So
Order filled.
I see this level actually from 02, not 12, but I will take it 12 to because this is what I can afford in this trade. I can afford more, but I want to give myself more room.
Order filled.
And take another trade later on. So let's see if we are
Order
getting
filled.
that 12 or not.
Every time we hit the hundreds, they come in and sell this thing.
Yeah, come on. The market is saying if you can't afford it, you don't deserve it, you know?
He heard you, Mohammed. It heard you loud and clear.
Order filled.
Yes, maybe taking a little higher, 56.90. Keep an eye on this Nasdaq. 70% long ES right now. Looking at the tilt, average price 56.52. Ooh, they're gonna like that. They're like well in the money.
I like this level. This level is coming in the supply area. It's coming at the high of this downtrend. Previous highs. It's worth it to try it. I'm in already now. CYA at 30.
From 112, Mohammed? 20 times or 10 times?
10 micros. 10 micros.
I'm short. 10 micro. 20,112.
I will take 5 at 89.
Let's go get these 89s.
So that's more than 1-to-1. Yeah.
It's 12s. Free days, let's trade.
I'm out with 5. Stop at point of entry. Get out of here.
Go talk to him, Smo. Every time he hits those hundreds, I'm going to sell it. Selling in crude. $58.68 a barrel.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm flat. You don't need to update the just update the BNL. 728.
Up 728, Mohammed.
In this one.
Nice job.
Yeah, it's the bullish market. You got to be very careful with selling. I have this bull behind me watching me. So
I was gonna say, Mohammed, you're saying how bullish you are. Then you took a short. It was counter direction. You did, and you saw money took money, Hogue. You saw how that happened.
Yep.
We got more room to the upside here, Hogue, in equities. You feeling Friday rally? Are you feeling Friday zombie rally, Hogue?
I am.
It's still valid. The trade's still valid, by the way.
Sounds
because we
good.
haven't broken that 126.
The only thing that's got me nervous is all the retail buying on the way up here.
Yes.
Exactly.
Is this a 401k day also? 401k inflows
Ooh.
as well?
Well, that's every day. It just
Is
flows
it
in
every day?
gradually. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Oh,
It's Friday.
Friday.
yes,
Well,
it is.
want me to break down the unemployment
Let's
real
do it.
quick, Dre?
Yeah, let's do it, Jack. We got a number in
Let's
about
do it
15
early.
minutes or so. Let's get into it.
All right, first, we'll talk about the gains. So this morning, right now, we are up again about 15% from the April 7th lows in there, the Black Monday, as you recall. That was a good Kramer day. I think we got a graphic for this, but if we don't, we'll move on. Let's talk about the unemployment rate.
Yeah.
All right. We can go to the decimals photo here. We've been ticking up since January. The numbers today, here we go. So rounding has been doing a lot of work. Here's the unemployment rate going back the last few months. There was actually a little tiny 3 BIP, as we say in industry, pick up between March and April. If we go to where the job gains were, this next one breaks down from the goods producing and service producing sectors. Biggest gains were in education and health services, 7,000, manufacturing flat, utilities, other, and retail all flat. That was the rally. 1 second here. We'll get to the monthly employment change by sector. We are training our brand new producers as well. So
yes,
I will give grace on the graphics.
Shout out to Andrea. There you go. All right, what are we looking at here?
We're
Jack?
we're cutting to the last one, not the
Sounds
chart.
good.
So this last one here, payrolls were 177. That was the headline number that we're rallying on, but they revised down in the last 2 months by 58K. So we beat by 39K, but we subtracted 58K. So actually, we have fewer jobs than was predicted before. So with all that, yields are rising on that number. No Fed cut, absolutely not coming next week, and we'll keep an eye on that. So it's all good, guys. Stocks are
Absolutely.
up. Buy it. Not
I'm
financial
long. I'm
advice.
long, by the way.
Mohammed
I
long.
am
What
long,
price,
by the
Mohammed?
way. 20,099. This is buying having control now already. They took the control and they are trying to make their leg one upside. It's obvious that sellers they don't have much more fuel to go even lower. So I expect this leg two will be failed for the sellers. Looking for my first target at 126. My stop in this one is 20,076.5.
76.5. You come up with that CYA based purely on P&L, on the actual dollar amount, Mohammed? What you can afford, so to speak?
Yeah. The ATR from the beginning is within my likings, 11 points in this
Okay.
time frame. So as long it is between 8 and 12, that means I'm not worried about those pivot. I can place my stop below it without worrying. However, in the previous setup, it was a bit wide because I'm not talking about a candle one. I'm talking about a whole move. So that required much more stop. This is why I limit a little bit higher up there.
All right, Mo long from.
Let's see if we have wooden buyers. I don't think they are wood. They are so strong, at least for now.
Stuck on these 100s.
Mo, are wooden buyers good or are they weak?
Good question, Hogue.
Wooden buyers are the buyers who used to be strong and they start losing their strength.
Okay.
So
what's the
this is
strongest
wooden
buyer? Steel?
Steel,
right?
of course.
Steel.
Diamond, actually.
Diamonds are
Diamond is the strongest. So it's diamond, steel, wooden, mud.
Mud. Wow, we go from wood to mud. A little bit selling here in there you go, Hogue. Put that in your morning recap. We're definitely gonna have to recap that in the morning recap. 58.49 new lows in crude just put in. Gold seeing some selling as well. 32.52. ES taking a peek to the downside. 56.79. Nothing crazy there. Dow A little bit of selling as well.
I'm flat already. Flat.
Flat. Okay.
So we
I'll take
talk
that
about
P&L.
wooden buyer, and we see them live.
There was a short opportunity in gold that I think I missed it, where we broke through this 3280 level and we sold all the way down to 3215s, 3213s. And basically yesterday and overnight we rallied back up to those 3275, 77. So from a technical standpoint, that's a beautiful, breakdown, rally up, test, resistance becomes support, and support becomes resistance that we're seeing, and now maybe a leg lower. I don't know. That could have been a great short opportunity that I'm watching.
This one,
but
this looks like the NQ in the long time frame. This one is just similar to the NQ in the daily time frame.
oh, okay, interesting.
Right now.
Yeah, but yeah, simple, straightforward technicals. There's an opportunity there. Nasdaq, I'm just being patient, waiting. I mean, we're still 20 minutes into the New York session open, and I would like to see us go down and test 20,000, maybe find some support and find some opportunities there.
Dakota, your P&L up $1,400.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I had a trade last night. It worked out pretty well, up 1,400. It's been a good month. It's been a good April. It's been a good week or two. I'm up $27,000 from my low water mark on the drawdown that I went through, and so far so good.
Well done, Dakota. How would you assess your April? April was a crazy, crazy month trading. You came up ahead, right?
Been one of my better months of the year.
Damn, well done, man.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, right? You think the opposite with all the craziness that's going on, but I mean, risk management.
Yep, exactly. It's about survival, playing defense. Look at that. Playing defense turned into playing offense. Ended up profitable on the month just by risk management. I love that, Dakota. 10 minutes till the number, top of the hour. Jack, any futures levels in the ES based on what you're seeing in the SPX?
Yeah, I got to let this cook a little bit because we kind of got double news, right? Last night we got the letter from China saying that they were going to talk. I think that's what it said pretty much, which sent the futures up. And then we had the non-farm number. I think at least for the first half an hour, I'm just kind of chilling. I saw some people in chat looking for the 5,600 in the SPX gamma level, which would be like 5,620 or something like that in the futures. If we go lower, could be a magnet.
5,620. Let's trade ES 5,677. Looks like Nasdaq's going to be a little bit range bound right now. Granted, the ranges are pretty wide. We're talking lower end, call it around 20,040, upside 20,100. Give or
Order
take.
filled.
In the 5-minute holding pattern right now.
We also on that move, we broke for the first time the SPX bar from back on April 2nd, the right before the speech. The high of that bar was about 5,690, I think.
Okay.
Trade above that for the first time here.
Hey, bomb.
Was it?
If I want to fill that, I was preparing my order, but the market just, blink of eye. I was waiting for this candle to close.
Was it?
I was waiting for this to close.
I was just going to say, there could be some short opportunities. Like the fact that Apple's down over 4% and Amazon's still in the negative, but then the Nasdaq's up 1% seems a little odd to me. I know we got the China news. I know we got non-farm payroll, but I mean,
I didn't think the employment number was that good. I know this
wasn't that
years
bad,
in the pig bill.
These days,
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that good, but it wasn't
know.
like send it.
Yeah, smell something. We smell something. Give it away.
It's fishy. 5666 last trade in the ES. Sorry, so someone coming in at 5680. Maybe a little bit of a tape bomb there. Right up against overnight VWAP in the ES. 5666 would be that price, or just beneath it. Nasdaq, not quite there. Overnight VWAP in the Nasdaq, 19,986. About 50 points or so away from that with the last trade of $50,037. Crude still seeing some more selling. $58.31 a barrel. And again, number 8, top of the hour in 8 minutes.
Apple and Amazon
Since
are
the
two
open,
big.
we don't see that aggressive buying actually after the open. Those buyers before the market open are totally different in behavior after the market opens.
Which it is. Was it a tape bomb? How much was it? Was it S&P's? I mean, it looks like the ES
40
led the way. I
points.
mean, right back up.
Yeah.
Look at these wicks. Look at these wicks. See money, take money,
Looking for
Mo.
a short. Yeah, I'm looking for a short to test this 20,000. Actually, I have a level 19,971.
971
is a very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. It was a supply zone before. It has been flushed out, broken strongly, never tested again. Usually, when I see this, I expect that retest is gonna continue after that. So 19,971.
Okay, 71.
Not 20,000.
Yeah, I think I might short a rally here.
Yeah.
I think I'm
I
okay with
see-
shorting a
Breakdown of
rally
the
up there.
overnight VWAP in the S&P and in the Nasdaq.
20,900.
Short Nasdaq.
How many times?
I'm short
Dakota?
Nasdaq from 71.
Okay, I will take that short at 20,095. I will take it at 95 because my stop has to be again above this 20.
How many, Dakota?
1 mini.
Go to short one. NQ 20,071. 071. What's up, SSS? Got filled. But ES. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So, nothing really doing
Apple down
there.
close to 5%.
What happened? I know their forward guidance was
Earnings.
like uncertainty. I mean,
Well, yeah, and they more
Yeah.
than probably anyone else. It was
China.
Providence that Amazon and Apple reported in the same day, because I would imagine that of the Mag 7, they're probably most affected by the tariffs.
Mhm.
You make an argument for Nvidia too, but Nvidia's already got their hammer and done.
Swedish
Yeah,
hammer?
Apple
What is
and
it? The
Amazon
Norway
aren't
hammer?
bad.
Stockholm hammer.
Stockholm hammer.
Thank you, Stockholm hammer. That's right. 20,004. You look at that ladder in the S&Ps. Nothing really. Showing there. Take a look at
That's
the
him.
Nasdaq. Got a hard lot up at 20,100 upside. In the Nasdaq.
I am
Why
short
Stockholm
as
hammer?
well.
Okay, Mohammed, what price?
10 micros. 10 micros at 95.
095.
At 95.
Okay.
At this congestion area, this supply zone. Looking for the 66 to take some profit
Hammer this
and
thing.
to get rid of the risk.
Somebody
Risking,
asked
22 points.
Saw that. Why, Jack?
why the Stockholm hammer. Well,
Why
my
is-
roommate
Let's get
after
a load of
college
this.
was Swedish, real Carl with a K type, and he told me that this club, like throwing down the when Andre's at Tau thing, he used to call that the Stockholm hammer. So that's what it is.
Tau. Not a towel.
You do a Tau.
Real Carl with a K thing.
Yeah.
Where do you get this shit?
I know.
Yeah, I added.
Oh.
I'm now short 2.
All right. Average price, Dakota?
81 quarter.
81
Love it.
quarter.
Love it. Love it. I'm out with half of the position. My CYA at point of entry. Get out of here. Like this.
Look at Mo just chilling, man. Got that big scary bull behind him. He's taking shorts. That's what Mo does, man. You give it head fakes.
I'll
to the
change
market.
him.
Yeah.
I'll change him.
When they zig, we zag, Mohammed. That's exactly what you're doing there. Mohammed thinks the market thinks you're bullish, but that's when we're taking the shorts. I love it. Market. We're gonna play games with this market.
Yeah.
Just as they play games.
Actually, the long that I
68%
took
short.
was a loser. Actually, the long that I took was a loser. So
Keep the ball up. No, keep the ball up. We got the market confused right now. Market doesn't know which way we're leaning. Speaking of lean, and tilt is about 68% short in the ES. Nothing really jumping. Jack, you had something?
Oh, I didn't have anything really.
Order filled.
Okay, thank you.
I was just quoting the tilt. 68% short in the ES, 63% short in the NQ. That was it.
No, you weren't. You had something up your sleeve. Anyways, yep, we're selling crude. What's up, Hoop? Number in less than 2 minutes. We got factory orders and durable goods revision. Oh, high noon central.
There we go.
Confused. All right, Dakota, talk to us. We got 90 seconds.
Yeah, I'm
Throw
still
the
short
number.
2 minis. I just
Right.
closed. I'm trying to close out a
Order filled.
Okay, that one closed.
Nice.
If we could see a run down to the 40s, I'm going to tighten up my CYA.
Yeah. I think we're going to 20,000. It's like a magnet. It's like a market is trying to. The buyers want to buy it at 20,000 if they want to buy it.
Order filled.
I can see a lot of retailers are looking for just to buy 20,000.
But are they wood buyers?
No, or mud buyers.
Of
You know,
course.
Mud.
Even in this move, this rally that Dakota said will sell the rally. Well, I'm seeing the buyers are not strong in this area. They should do better.
Be better.
Yeah.
Be better. 30 seconds. Factory orders.
Hey, Jerome.
Jerome.
Middle name, last name.
Jack Bond. Jack Bond.
Yes.
That's right. Wow. 11,000 viewers now. Hey, of you 11,000, please click like, follow, and subscribe.
Wow.
500
All of
likes.
you.
We got 11,000 people watching. Come on. Something.
Only 500 are profitable traders. Only 500 are profitable traders.
5 seconds. Factory orders month over month coming in hot. Expected 4.5
Nice, guys.
4.3
I
actual.
flat right before it came out.
All right. Still in.
Go to update that
See
Pino
how
when you
this
have a
is
chance. Nice trade.
Plus 2140.
2140.
It was only one, Dakota. Two.
I was short 2 up there from 81, 80 something, and then I closed one off at 58, and I got flat right before that number. So nice 30 points.
Yeah.
Very nice.
25 points.
All right, we're a half hour in.
I'm short only 4 micros.
Yes, 20,074. All right, we got that number out of the way. Looks like it's smooth sailing till the close. I'm just kidding. Nothing on the calendar. I do know the president will probably be speaking. All right, more selling here in crude oil. $58.
Order filled.
6 cents. New lows put in there. Pretty much the only thing that's really moving right now. 73% short in crude. Two different numbers here.
Okay, I'm back in my short.
Right.
Dakota, were you on for Power Hour yesterday?
Yeah, Coach Jay and I.
Yeah. What was the deal with the last 10 minutes? Is there news?
It just sold off, man. It just sold off. And I mean, it was right before earnings after the close. It was a big sell off. I don't know if it was news.
Order
It
filled.
was earnings.
Dakota, you're short right where your original short was just a few minutes ago, aren't you?
Yeah. It's I made $700 on that one from earlier.
Beautiful.
This one not looking too hot.
I'm
Just
flat.
one minute.
At point of entry.
Yep. I'm out. I'm out.
Flat.
Goes out to last trade 20,108. Be upper in the range. Crude still seeing some more selling here. 57.90. Everyone stopped out. Everyone's flat.
I'm flat.
Flat. Okay, very good. It is Friday. We roll out a new tip of the week every week. We'll have a new one for you on Sunday. Monday here in the States. So that being said, what is the tip of the week? You guys already know it by now. For those that are new around here, tip of the week. Master your stop losses. Set stops based on your strategy, not emotions. I like that one. Place stops at technical levels, not random places. Accept the losses before you place the trade. Adjust stop size to match volatility, not hope. Dakota, of those four, set stops based on strategy, not emotions. Have you ever fallen victim to placing your stop based on emotions and not strategy?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely I have. Yeah. Everybody's went through that.
What does that look like? You just keep moving your stop further. Yeah,
Failure to accept the loss. Failure to accept that you're wrong. I see it all the time. I've done it. I see it. That's how
Nice
it
cut.
is.
Speaking of that, Dakota, nice stop loss. Nice management on that trade. You were short, accepted a loss, kept it to a paper cut, and we're seeing some more buying here in the Nasdaq. Just tap some almost to the new highs now. 20,129 last trade. ES following some buying as well. Mohammed, you've been placing your stops at point of entry, price of entry, which is pretty much guarantee you some profits and really managing your downside, Mohammed. Mohammed's typing.
Yeah, and this is the way I manage my emotions as well. I manage my emotions. If I keep, I don't want to keep money on the table. I don't want to keep my stop to lose whatever profit that I made already. And at the same time, I don't want to make my stop so close to the market. So I just put it at point of entry. If I'm right, the market should continue lower. If the market takes me out, either they will have another opportunity to jump in if I'm still right, or it's better to exit. So it's better for emotion. It's less thinking. Less thinking.
Oh, yes. I like that. Less thinking. Or execute. New lows, crude. Crude still to the downside here. 57.83 last trade there. We did get up to the 137s, 20,137. The Nasdaq's also selling. They smacked it down about 40 points. And bought right back up 20,011. Oh, what's up, Jack?
Not much, my friend. What's going on with you?
Oh, I thought you had some nuggets and tidbits coming in. I thought I heard the cue that Jack had some.
Andre, I got something for you.
Thank you, Ho. Thank you. What do you got for me, my man?
We have negative delta in the S&Ps. Negative delta about 3,500 to the negative side. Flat in the Nasdaq, right at the highs. Flat delta. A little bit of divergence there in the S&Ps.
I took a long at 122. Was a nice setup for the buy side. Testing the moving average, closing strong in there. So I'm looking for to take some profit at 143, 20,143. My stop at 101.
Stop at 100.
Don't ask what negative delta means.
Yeah.
Negative delta in the futures context that Hogue is using it means every time a contract is sold at the bid, every time they hit the bid, the seller crosses the spread. That is -1 delta. Every time a buyer lifts the offer, crosses the spread, that's +1. So the idea is that if the delta is strongly negative, it means the sellers are more aggressive. It can also set them up for a short squeeze. They get squeezed out if they are short-term, weak-hand sellers. Hogue, did I do that right?
That was
perfect.
Yeah, Jack.
Perfect,
that was
Jack.
very well done, man.
Yes.
There we go.
That was.
So you test the high of the of today.
Nobody says it
time.
better, Jack, than you.
Hogue. That was very well done. I'm so poor at explaining that.
Now, delta and options means something completely different.
It does.
100%. Yep.
Okay, Mom is still long. 122 last trade.
Your flexibility.
We got this high. They took a little bit higher and they get rejected, but still, momentum still with the buy side.
It's pretty good, Hope, right?
Don't see. Looking to this 100 tick, if I see strong momentum for the short side, I will exit immediately. Because at this high, I will not be a joke for the market.
Oh,
here we go.
Hey, Dakota, can we update your P&L, please, when you have a chance?
Yes. After that 2 losses, I'm up. I'm up $18.
18. Okay, very good. Scratch.
Good place to be.
Mohammed, you don't want the market laughing at you. A joke. Has the market ever laughed
Yeah.
at you before? What's that feel like? The market doesn't laugh at the Mohammed, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't laugh actually. I don't want to laugh on myself if I'm not following my plan. And my plan is saying I have a strong resistance up here. So if I see the market is giving bearish momentum up there and I'm just watching, I will regret that. Still, I'm not seeing strong momentum. My stop at its place.
They're all gonna laugh at you, John Jones. Well done.
Mo, we might have to get out and push.
We might have to. What's going on up here?
Yeah.
When's the squeeze gonna happen? Still coming up against some resistance.
It's just funny,
let's
you know,
see this nice
Delta is absolutely flat in the
grinding
Nasdaq.
slowly higher Friday.
When's the zombie rally gonna go down?
Very good question.
Yep, 56.86 last trade in the ES. Tapped on the highs about 13 points higher, 56.99. Looks like Nasdaq. If we're gonna give a push higher, like Hogan's like, get out and push. Looks like the Nasdaq's gonna have to do the heavy lifting.
Okay. I see. Might lower my risk now. This risk.
Like that, Chapman.
Stop at 15, 115 now.
115. Gabe, you sure there's still bots? They just hang out like this?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. All right,
fun.
Mohammed. Looks good.
Stop at 19. Stop at 19.
Okay.
So I'm risking only 4 points in there. I've taken too much time at this high. No.
Come on, Mohammed. Hey, the longer it hangs up, I know. I hear you. I hear you, Gabe.
It'll either scare you out or wear you out.
Bots used to be more aggressive, Andre. I remember last year, maybe a year and a half ago, one episode we had like 70,000 concurrent viewers for 3 hours or something.
That was sus.
Really? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I remember that.
Yeah, it just kept going up like whole, but then they like dropped really fast, just like evaporated. Like, all right.
It'll happen at some point today too, but it's not a reflection of whatever guest we have on then.
Yeah, I know, Gabe. It's been holding. That's what I'm.
Yep. I'm out 5.
There you go.
Out 5. Stop at point of entry again.
Nice.
Get out of here.
There we go.
Get out of here, Mohammed says.
There you go.
Tap on new highs. Like 20,000.
Still negative 3,400 delta in the S&Ps. It's not easy up much.
This is the third extension. We are at the third extension of the original range that we set. That was the 0-1. This is the first one. That the second one. Now we are the third extension of the original range. Let's say if we break out this one very strong, that means we are not in a range day anymore. We are in a trending up day.
Yep.
So that is 20,150 level.
150.
It's not
we're at that price, right?
Yeah.
Mohammed, we're at 20,150. Let's keep it. So Nasdaq is leading the way up. It was very reluctant to go lower when the S&P's dipped beneath overnight VWAP, and we are seeing some strength now in the Nasdaq. 20,150. I haven't seen these prices in a minute. 152.
This is how I trail this one.
Okay, Mohammed.
I exit with 2. I exit with 2 here. Still have 3 more to go at point of entry. So I will keep this long, and I will trail part of the position because it's micro and it's nothing to worry about at this point.
70% long in the Nasdaq. Average price 20,109. JD coming your way after this Mohammed trade.
We are right now at the top of the April 2nd candle at 56.90.
Okay.
I don't know if it's something for day trading right now, but I would maybe think of a longer term play here.
I'm flat. PNL 923.
Okay. Nice job, Mo.
Yeah, I will take some break. I mean, I feel tired.
You've been getting in there.
It's too many thinking there, you know. It's
How many trades so far, Mo?
keep looking for the next trade. So
You got 4 or 5 trades under your belt already, and we're only 45 minutes
and
into.
it's
I love it, man.
now 1 hour, you know.
So, Mo, all right, Mo, take
So
a
it's
step
better
back.
to
You've taken 4 trades
exactly.
today. Look at the 5.
Order filled.
Does that chart look like it's worth 4 trades? Is it worthy of 4 trades? Look at that. Look at the chart.
Yeah, and you know, of these 4 trades, 2 of them were long and 2 of them were short. So you know what I was doing there. You know, you cannot tell in this 5 minutes. This 5 minutes is not clear. I was long and short in one candle.
That's what I'm saying.
And short in another candle. So yeah, I don't trade off the 5 minute chart.
What do you trade off? 1,000
Hardest
ticks, right?
working man in tradertainment, Mo.
Sure is, man. Just getting in there, slinging some Nasdaq. All right, P&Ls and payouts. It's been one hell of a week already. I gotta see. JD, come on in. How's our traders looking? P&Ls and payouts. Go ahead, JD.
What's up? I was just looking at Dakota's P&L. $18. You know what $18 will not buy you in Chicago, Dakota? It will not buy you a cheeseburger at the Loyalist. All right, here are yesterday's top 5 live funded P&Ls. $28 cheeseburgers, by the way. Call me old fashioned. I don't know. I was born in 1979. I don't think there's a cheeseburger on the planet worth more than $5. That's just me, though. All right, here are your top 5 live funded P&Ls. Eric B. trading the Nasdaq, $18,019 for Eric. Spy Gig, we were talking about it last night at supper, at our supper club. Number 2 on the big board. We're trying to get her on TV. We'll see what happens. Dolby's working it. Spy Gig, $10,216 trading the S&P yesterday. Olan trading the Nasdaq, $10,134. Benjamin T, number 6 on the big board, $9,206 trading the Nasdaq. And Abhishek, $8,100 trading the S&P
Order filled.
yesterday. Those are your top 5 live funded P&Ls from yesterday. All right, payouts. Here we go. Decent numbers for traders heading into the weekend. Corey C, 26,500. Alexander, 21 grand. Shihang, 18,301. Christopher, 9,000. And you, 7,600 bucks. Real traders putting real money in their pockets, lining their pockets with money taken out of the real live markets, folks. Pro ball trading right there.
Hell yeah.
These guys are going to have a nice weekend for sure. Nice job, everyone.
They can afford those cheeseburgers.
Those cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers.
Thank you, JD. Let's see. All right, creeping up. Is this a zombie rally? We're starting to see it now. Kind of grinding higher here in the Nasdaq. 20,156 just printed. 156 quarter, I should say, just printed. 70% long in the. Yeah. Squeeze on, Hogue. What are we seeing in Delta and the ES?
Negative 3,700 now. Right at the highs. You know, that cheeseburger for $28 does have a Michelin star. It is a Michelin star cheeseburger. The only one in Chicago.
Last night?
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's attached to actually a Michelin 3-star restaurant called Smith.
Okay. All right, new highs.
Is it worth it?
It was
Depends
pretty
on who
good.
you are.
I mean, we just had sliders, but it was pretty good.
Approaching high of the day in the ES.
Sweet R of that.
Gonna grab the 400 lot at 5,700, I reckon.
20,171 new print. Gabriella, you know. Cheval's, what's
Let me
up?
show this NQ daily chart. I have it here ready in trading view, so it's much cleaner. That was the signal that first signal to sell in NQ. I think Dakota remember that when we saw this signal touching the moving average on the daily.
Order filled.
Strong move in 2 days and then continuation later on. Now we are at it exactly. We are at this place.
How about it?
This is a very dangerous area. So whether we will be rejected from here, or I can see this market going to continue this measured move from the low, AB equals CD, which is targeting 20,500 or 25,600, which means there's a lot of liquidity up there. Might the market is targeting them. So we are at a critical decision area. This is a decision because you have a room there and you have a lot of room down there. Maybe not today, but I see this. This is very interesting area for decision maker in the long term.
Just said you see 72% along in the Nasdaq. Still trying to push. Hogue, trying. ES is trying. And negative delta,
Delta
is it still
continues to sink.
What are we at now?
4,000 now.
4,000.
Negative 4,200 now.
4,200. So they keep hitting the bids. Sellers are aggressively coming in. Market orders just keep hitting the bid, but it's a tug of war right now up at this level.
And we're at the highs.
We're at the highs. They keep trying to sell into the bid. We're not going lower. So how much heat can they take? Or do they have more gas in the goose?
All the stays in the building buying, then this thing's going to go higher. Right back to that 56.97 NPOC from the target from yesterday, Andre, right there.
Just squeeze up to
I see
200.
185. Yeah, 185. I see it. The target for the buyers who has control. Channel, break, leg one, and this is the leg two. And see, it's very obvious. That was the channel from this low, and that was the leg one, and this is the leg two targeting 185. So there is room to go higher. If I see, I locked myself out for 15 minutes, so I will stick to that.
You did?
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I locked myself, but I see this is an opportunity to continue to 185. Hopefully, they don't do it until my lockout finish.
Or it could be possible.
Why'd you lock
double
yourself
top.
out, Mo?
See.
Why'd you lock yourself
Sorry?
out? What was the reason for locking yourself out?
I felt I'm tired of thinking. My hands was sweating there, so my body is signaling me that you are overthinking or you're thinking too much. You are under stress, so you have to listen to your body while you're trading. And this is thing that I learned long time ago. Whenever you feel tired, you're anxious will deny that. You will not accept it. You want to keep trading, but you have to learn how to listen to your body when you need a break. The market is not going anywhere. Look at it. The market is not going anywhere. So sometime, the market will just move without you. So be it. You have to learn to let it go.
I love that. That is such a great reminder. And for everyone watching too.
Yeah, and everybody is different. Somebody, his heart will start bumping faster. Some of them will keep knocking on the table. Some of them will just, bumping his feet on the ground. Everybody is different when they're nervous. So listen to your body. Watch yourself.
Here's the thing, Mo. A lot, and the majority of people don't realize that until after the damage is already done to their account.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Possible.
And the bad
double
part,
top,
sometimes there
yes.
is no damage. Sometimes
Came
there is
within-
no damage. So you don't feel that you did something wrong.
We came within 1 point of the session highs there without taking them out in the ES.
Yes, we did.
Back to the top of the April 2nd bar right now.
56.89. Got close to the 99s, about a point from that. And the sellers did come in. Pops will double top indeed. We'll keep an eye on that. Coming into the bottom of the hour here in about 9 minutes. Pretty
Decision time
quiet.
by the dip or cheap short.
Yeah. I know. This is pretty quiet right now, all things considered.
Don't sell a Friday rally.
Dakota, this was in the back of my mind. Right?
Don't do it.
Hogue, it's like it's too quiet to go lower.
McDonald's had kind of crappy same store sales. We could be making the big M sell off there.
Wow. Get this. 56.90. Yeah.
They were gauging lower foot traffic.
Huh.
Oh man.
Or like more people on Ozempic or fewer people walking. or the economy is
Maybe. I
collapsing.
don't know.
Which is it?
I was on Market
new
Watch
indicator.
yesterday.
Yes, we will have a VIP check-in again. Number 5 for 5 this week. Well, coming out a little bit later today. Yes, there will be another VIP check-in form. Stay tuned throughout the day here on Top Step TV.
I don't know if Ruben's in chat, but I did get the package yesterday that him or a few of you guys sent. Much appreciated. We'll cut that into a video of me opening it.
Was that the package deal you were walking around the office with yesterday?
Yep, I had the bomb sniffing dogs look at it, and then I opened it
Did you really?
very gingerly.
Yes.
It
Clear.
was a very nice gesture. I'll talk about it next week.
20,000. Bo, how much more time is on your lockout?
Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 more minutes.
5 minutes.
And that doesn't mean that I should trade immediately after that, you know. Still have to make a case for a trade. There is a case. There is a short here, actually. I'm glad that I'm locked out. I don't want to take it. But there's a signal, definitely.
Delta now negative 5,200 in the S&Ps.
They are fighting like hell, Hogue.
Yeah, they are.
And
I
we're
see this
as
trade.
high as 56.92.
Loser one.
50-50 on the tilt.
Thank you, my body. Thank you.
You know,
My
Mo, we have
body told me to
the emotional
Otherwise,
journal,
I'm losing this one.
which includes physical changes in the emotional journal. You do have to pay attention to your body because your body is trying to tell you something.
There we go. We got some in the chat. Up $700. Joining Mo in lock, guys. I think I saw Mandy F also gonna lock in some profits. Don't give a profits with the lockout feature. Great stuff. Great stuff on this Friday. We're just a bit of a holding pattern here.
Yeah, and if you can do 10 push-ups after every trade, not necessarily losing one,
You'd
but
be buff as
after
hell,
every
bro.
trade you do
Oh,
some
yeah.
push-ups.
You would.
That means you are really on control of yourself. Especially after the loser. The loser, you don't want to do anything except to take another trade. So test yourself. Can you do a 10 push-ups after, maybe not push-ups, maybe 5-minute walk? If you cannot do that, if you seriously cannot do that, there is something wrong in your trading.
We're gonna pop this, Hogue.
Can I comment to something in the chat? Gorillionaire, that emotional journal that you got from Coach Vince is awesome, isn't it? And you can get it on the Top Step TV website. I'm going to put the link in for that emotional trading journal now for anybody that's interested. And maybe we'll talk about it one of these days on how to use it. But you will find patterns in your decision-making process in what's going on with you mentally, physically, and emotionally. Keep doing that, Gorillionaire, because it will help you, recognize some of those patterns. New highs in the S&P is still negative
Check out the 300
2,600.
lot.
So we're unraveling a lot of those shorts that have been fighting those longer time frame buyers that are in this market.
What's it looking like, Hogue?
Negative
Still 52?
2,600 now, and we just pushed new highs.
Oh, they all puked.
Yep.
5,700 new highs. 5,700 even. Big fat round number. Last trade, about a point off of that. Look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq trying to creep higher here. 20,163. Zombie rally start.
So 5720 would be the
Friday rally.
700 SPX.
If these buyers remain present for the rest of the day, they're just going to keep squeezing that negative delta and all those short time frame sellers. If they stay here. Now, if Elvis leaves the building, anything can happen.
Exactly, yeah. So to keep trading what you see until proving otherwise. So until now, we see buyers are dominating this market. So trying to sell this market without real plan, real setup, real reason proper management of risk, you are doing yourself this service.
Let's squeeze new session highs, right? On this Friday, beautiful Friday afternoon or Friday morning.
Friday morning, Friday evening, where Mohammed is.
Friday. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
5,700.
What's for dinner, Mo?
What is for dinner?
Probably tenderloin steak.
Ooh.
From Intercote. I promised my wife tonight to do it.
Oh.
Camel.
French Intercote. No, not camel. No.
We got the squeeze.
We don't have steak for camels, actually. We have burger, but not steak. Doesn't look nice. I mean, it doesn't taste nice on steaks. Maybe in burger,
Tastes
maybe with
mean.
rice. Yeah, it's
5702 in the orders, just printed new highs there. Looks like maybe got some stops pop there. Is we getting closer to zero there on the delta? We're getting closer. Are they still trying to sell into this thing as we keep grinding higher?
It's kind of static right now, minus 2,200 right now.
Okay, nice, great analysis there, Hogue. It was a slow play.
We are at 20,185 almost at the time where my lockout period is finished. So thank you.
Well, how about you want to take a short? You want to take a short? The lockout?
No, of course. No. That was a target for buyers. Doesn't mean that I sell it. Selling, I need to see structure, needs to some other reason. Not today. The market's still going up. May take some short if I see quick momentum to the downside. Sellers take control similar to this one here. But now buyers having full control. Market today is going up. Yeah, they will keep looking for another target. So what happens if the buyers reach their target? There may be another target that you still don't know about it.
ES tilt 76% long, average price 56.90. Nasdaq tilt 74% long. 78% long. 78% long in the ES. It's one of the heavier tilts we've seen all week.
See, do we have a green candle here? Preparing for a setup for a long side. I see a strong green candle in here. That may be my shot to go to 185.
Let's
I
see
like
the tilt
this
get
candle. It's not so strong. It's not bad either. Have a long wick. I will wait for the next one. If it's green, I will enter. No. Okay. This is how I tackle the trade. No. No. Oh, no. Not
Well,
for me.
look at us back up.
This is what I do to take a trade.
I love it, man. Oh, solid rejection there.
I want to buy it. I don't want to sell it.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Oh yeah.
It makes
So
sense.
I
This is the lowest the
hope
VIX has been
that-
since April 2nd.
What's it at, Jack? April 2nd.
Under 23.
23, nice.
So I hope the candle will close green, so I enter. I don't hope after I enter the trade. After you enter the trade, you're already done. Nothing to hope for. Just have your stop and target. But you can hope for something to happen to enter a trade before entering the trade. If this happens, I will go in. If it doesn't happen, thank you very much. Nothing for me.
You're looking to long this, correct, Mo?
I was looking to long that. Yeah, I see 136 as well. 136. Another demand area. The demand area. But you need to afford the stop to 117. Which is not too much. Not too much. I see yeah, it's not clear now. We are in the middle of this high and this low.
I think we
And
just don't sell a Friday rally.
buyers,
I think we just keep squeezing. I think there's a decent chance we
Coming.
just squeeze.
Yeah.
mhm.
Just the zombie slow grind.